I am really late to the party regarding the Sonic movie 2. The trailer came out a while ago. However, it's better late than never, right? Anyways, the Sonic movie 2 has been a never-ending hype train for the community as a whole. Every tidbit of it that we've seen so far looks really promising. Seriously, all they had to do was release the poster, and that alone would have made everyone incredibly stoked to see this movie. I'm dead serious, I mean, come on, the poster looks amazing. But we also had a full-length trailer to go along with it, and wow, this shit looks good. So for this video, I wanted to not only go over the trailer, but also talk about what else we could see in the movie and almost offer a wish list of sorts. The first thing we see in the trailer is that Sonic has become somewhat of a vigilante, as we follow him stopping a heist of some sort. What's really cool about this to me is this is so Sonic. Our favorite blue hedgehog has always been an overconfident, cocky dude with good intentions. But unlike the games, this Sonic doesn't casually save the world every Tuesday and is still by all means in way over his head, which is demonstrated by the scene showing us this Sonic has absolutely no clue what he's doing. This is a perfect direction to take the character, and it could lead to a lot of potential implications that could later develop into external or even internal conflicts. I mean, we saw him clearly reveal himself to the criminals he was fighting, and Gunn were curious about his whereabouts at the end of the first movie. His very safety could be at risk due to him exposing himself to the public too much, something he was very careful not to do in the first movie, but his caution around staying hidden could lessen the more comfortable he gets staying at Tom's place. Speaking of Tom, both him and his wife Maddie are returning, and I'm very glad to see it. I mean, it was obvious, but I don't think a lot of people talk about how good both of these characters were in their first outing, and I'm happy to see more of them. However, one of my main concerns is due to all the chaotic material this movie tackles, these two are going to take a massive backseat in the plot and not be as relevant. If so, I'd find that a little disappointing since I thought Tom was especially a fun character, and his arc, while simple, was really enjoyable. For all of you Sonic X fans, you remember how in Season 3 they brought back Chris Thorndike only for him to be in the background the entire time due to the batshit insane plot that had no time for him? Yeah, that's kinda what I'm afraid of happening with Tom and Maddie. However, from what I've seen in the trailer, the writers have definitely not forgotten about them. Next, we see our first glimpse of Robotnik, and holy shit, if Jim Carrey nailed it in the first movie, he is going to obliterate the role this time around. Robotnik has gone full, well, Robotnik, not only in terms of design, but also personality-wise since he genuinely comes off as batshit insane in this movie. I mean, he presumably spent 1 or 2 years in a dimension of nothing but mushrooms for company. That would derail anyone's mental state. But funny enough, it's not even Robotnik that's the most exciting part of Robotnik's reveal, but rather his newly designed army of robots. Taking the egg-like robots from the first movie and incorporating their design into that of a typical Robotnik badnik from the classic games is genius, and not only do they look sick, but also genuinely menacing. Oh, and Agent Stone is back. Yeah, no, that's all for him. The fact he's returning as Robotnik's oddly loyal and upbeat henchman should warrant the purchase of a ticket alone. Directly after that, we see the most shocking reveal to me in the trailer, the introduction of the Master Emerald. Okay, here's where things get a little worrying to me. Obviously, with the existence of the Master Emerald means the existence of the Chaos Emeralds. And I cannot stress this enough, I hope to God the importance of the emeralds are not undermined. In the classic games, these emeralds were simply known as rare oddities that contain limitless power and could transform Sonic into a superpowered version of himself. However, with the release of Sonic Adventure, we get a lot more insight into these mysterious gems, and we find out they can be controlled by either negative or positive thoughts and or emotions, and we've seen the power used countless times to turn characters into super versions of themselves, power world-ending machines, or be hunted solely for their monetary value. These emeralds have been the driving force of some of the greatest Sonic stories out there, and their significance to the lore cannot be overstated enough. I'm worried that instead of being treated as the powerful and ancient force that they are, they'll instead be written off as MacGuffins the characters quickly find in how Sonic turns super. And before you say anything, yes, there is a good bit of evidence we'll see Super Sonic in this movie. Now, what I hope happens is Sonic uses the Master Emerald to turn super, since that was established in Adventure 2 as a viable option, and it would make the most sense. But if the Chaos Emeralds are in the movie, the hunt for all 7 of them will come off rushed at best or stupidly underwhelming at worst. Next we get to see Tails, and I am so happy to see Colleen reprise her role in this movie. I think she does a fantastic job of playing Tails in the games, and she'll definitely do fine here. Side note, I think it's kind of funny that this would be the first time she'll be able to play Tails in an actually good story. If you remember, Colleen's first time playing Sonic's two-tailed best friend was Sonic Colors. You know, the game that started the trend of underwhelming Sonic narratives. That just makes me even more excited for her performance. Not only that, but we also have the tornado in the movie, and seeing Sonic ride the top of Tails' plane like we've seen him do in so many games prior is probably the most magical shot in the entire trailer for me. Another reason I think the poster is so gorgeous. After that, we get a bunch of random shots that don't tell us a whole lot with the exception of what looks like both Labyrinth Zone and Ice Cap Zone making it into the movie. But of course, there's the reveal that made most fans lose their shit. Knuckles is here, and can I just say I love his design? They make him look buff and intimidating without giving him a Sonic Boom-like design, and Idris Elba's voice fits the character more than I ever thought it would. He's also being represented as a straight-faced badass, which is pretty cool. While I presumably prefer the temperamental Knuckles who's played off for laughs while simultaneously having a nice balance of badass moments, there's definitely nothing wrong with the way he is here. And keep in mind we've only seen 8 seconds of him, so there's not too much to go off of. So yeah, that's where the trailer ends, but before I wrap up, I'd also like to mention the rumor that Metal Sonic would be in the movie. I don't think I've said it before in this channel, so I'll say it now. I fucking love Metal Sonic, and I think he's the perfect rival for our favorite blue hedgehog. That is exactly why I don't want him to be in the movie. This plot already looks super bloated, and introducing yet another fan-favorite Sonic character would be too much. I would love to see him show up at the end though, like in a post-credits scene or something. There's some designs people made for him that keeps the same white and glowing red color patterns Robotnik's Batniks have in the movie, and these designs look amazing. I know the absence of blue would cause some contention within the Sonic fan base, but if the actual design does look anything like this, I'd be all for it. Anyways, that's all of my thoughts surrounding the Sonic Movie 2 trailer. If you couldn't tell, I'm really excited for this movie, and even if aspects of it leave me disappointed like the previously mentioned Chaos Emeralds, I know this movie is going to be a blast. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, then please like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace out.